The following is a presentation of Tonganoxie Sports Live, your new home for Chieftain athletics. It's time for the Chieftains on your new home for Tonganoxie High School athletics. Tonganoxie Sports Live. Tonganoxie Sports Live is presented by Kansas Insurance, locally owned and operated. Learn more at kansasins.com. Also by It's time for the Chieftains, right here on Tonganoxie Sports Live.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back inside Chieftain Arena, home of the Chieftains of Tonganoxie High School for tonight's doubleheader on the hardwood between your Chieftains and the Eudora Cardinals. And this presentation of Chieftain Athletics is brought to you by Kansas Insurance. To see how they can help you protect what matters most, call 913-369-6600. And we cruise along into the S&S Body pregame show. Since 1972, they've been the place to go to in Tonganoxie for auto, body, and repair work. Get your ride back in the game and learn more at snsautoandbody.com or call 913-369-3193. Dylan Funk here alongside Brendan Bullen, Dennis Drennan on camera. So glad everyone could join us tonight on a special Thursday night edition of Tonganoxie Sports Live. Very rare that you kind of get in high school basketball. You're only playing once in a week. They've last played on Friday, both the boys and girls varsity teams at Wamego. They've had 6 days to rest now. Now they come back home. Only game they have this week. They'll close out the season before holiday break, at least, on the road next week at Baldwin. So we're coming down the final stretch here before the holiday break, and both teams are looking to bounce back in a big way tonight after back-to-back losses on the road at Wamego on Friday.
Yeah, absolutely. And Dylan, I know you've seen me on Palo Sports Live. It's good to be back home for a broadcast.
Voice of the Panthers coming back to be the sidekick of the voice of the Chieftains. I like it.
It's very weird.
Happy to have you.
I'm happy to be back here, but it was a bit of a rough game for both teams, honestly. You know, not having the amount of offense and defense that Coach Loomis would have liked or Coach Jones would have liked, and both talked to me about it today. They said, we've had 6 days to rest. It's all about getting better in practice, and we hope to see the results tonight.
Yeah, that's pretty much it. It's been getting back to practice. We'll start with this girls team because they're going to be tipping off here in just a little over 6 minutes from now. This is a team, and we talked about it a lot last year, Brendan, and I'll fill you in on it. And obviously you know because you go to school with these guys on the court and these gals on the court. It was a fairly younger team last year, only one senior, and now this year there's 4 seniors. The senior leadership is stronger, and the role players that were either coming off the bench last year, they're now having a bigger role, even focusing on the sophomore point guard number 1, Alyssa Shonick, along many others. This is a team that has all the right tools and stuff. They've really been their worst enemy this year, though, as far as turnovers, averaging about double-digit in the turnover margin every single game. You like to see that come down, and it starts tonight against Eudora.
Absolutely, and this is a team you do not want to turn the ball over against, because if you turn over that ball, they're going to take it right down the court for 2, and they've got some speed for sure. But kind of what you mentioned, the senior leadership, Sage Isaacs, Mariah Herrera, and Lakin Bennett, I mean, those 3 are a very good senior leadership group that I feel has been really impactful the last 4 years. And even you can throw in the sophomores. You got Alyssa Shonick. What's her face? I have to look through my roster to hear. Emerson Maslak. Mm-hmm. And then you'll also have Farrah Halsa, who, when I announced the Tongi tournament game, they did really amazing. I mean, for a freshman class, now sophomores coming into this program and shining the way they do, showing the amount of talent and basketball IQ they have, it really adds to the senior leadership of this team, who they've had a bit of struggles. They've had some successes so far this season, but their true test is tonight against this Frontier League opponent, the Cardinals.
Yep, always a tough contest whenever Tonganoxie and Eudora get together for action. Doesn't matter on the hardwood, on the field, on the pitch, on the diamond, you name it. It's always a good one when Tonganoxie and Eudora get going head-to-head. We're going to step aside. When we come back, we're going to have our starting lineups from our PA announcer and the start of Game 1 of our doubleheader tonight between the Chieftains and the Cardinals on Tonganoxie Sports Live.
At Kansas Insurance, we know one size doesn't fit all. In fact, our whole mindset is based on customized policies for you and your families. We're local, and we do what we do because we care about you. Think of us as brokers for your insurance needs. Working with Kansas Insurance gets you the award-winning service and attention to detail that only an independent agency can provide. All across Kansas, we're here to help you manage and plan for all types of risk. Contact a local agent today. Kansas Insurance. Local, independent, serving you.
A great collision on the field? Awesome. An awesome collision on the road? Not so great. If that bad play does come your way, take your car to S&S Body Shop in Tonganoxie. S&S has been the area's premier auto collision repair center since 1972, working on all makes and models, glass replacement, bumper repair, fiberglass and plastic, color matching, and more. Plus, they work with all insurance companies. Get your ride back at the game. Learn more at snsautoandbody.com or call 913-369-3193. For a winning team, contact White Birch Properties, the real estate MVPs.
Shop local and save at Brothers Market in Tonganoxie, where we treat you like family. Brothers Market has great everyday deals throughout the store. Enjoy fresh cut steaks from the meat department, the freshest fruits and vegetables from the produce aisle, and savor the flavors from the bakery. Check out their weekly ad to get the best deals on what you need. From apples to aspirin, Cool Whip to cool crisp lettuce. Brothers Market, open daily. Learn more at shopbrothersmarket.com. First State Bank and Trust is with you wherever you are with complete online banking. Cheering on the Chieftains once again? Why not pay your bills online? Waiting on your kiddos to get out of school? Seems like a good time to make a transfer. Or how about making a deposit from here? Back in the gym for another night? Why not get an e-statement while you cheer on Tongi? And of course, at First State Bank and Trust, you can always bank from right here. Come on in and see us and get your very own Chieftain card. To learn more about all the great ways to bank with First State Bank and Trust, go to firststateks.com. Has your furnace left you out in the cold? Pipes plugged? Are you underwater with your water heater? If so, you'll be glad you called Ladd. Ladd Service Company in Tonganoxie has been your heating, cooling, and plumbing specialist since 1986. Ladd is your dealer for top quality brands like York, Aprilaire, and Wolverine Brass. Plus, they maintain and service all other brands. Schedule your appointment by calling 913-369-3509. Visit laddserviceco.com to see why you'll be glad you called Ladd.
All right, welcome back into the S&S Body pregame show here on Tonganoxie Sports Live. Brendan, I'm going to turn it over to you. Give us our keys to the game tonight, brought to you by First Security Bank. They're your new locally owned community bank in Tonganoxie. Stop by and meet their friendly staff today at 415 Stone Creek Drive. First Security Bank, proud supporters of Chieftain Athletics.
Since we're going simulcast here today, I'm going to go one for each team.
There we go.
Eudora, exploit the Chieftains' defense. It really has not been their strong suit of this team, but really this Eudora team's so good about running an offense, dribble driving into the paint, taking the outside shots. They shot close to 50% against Paola on Tuesday, and that's really something they got to continue to do. And for Tonganoxie, you just got to play man defense and honestly just keep the ball moving and limit the turnovers. That's all you have to do against this Eudora team. The more time you spend on offense, just everyone touching the ball, that's the less time that Coach Parker's offense has to really get rolling and find an outside shot or just go inside the paint and get a foul.
All right. We're going to turn it over to John Tolleson, our PA announcer tonight. Let's get our starting lineups for both the Cardinals and the Chieftains.
We welcome our guests from Eudora High School. Kansas State High School Activities Association and Tonganoxie High School encourage you to make good sportsmanship a priority at all times. Winning is for a day, sportsmanship is for a lifetime. At this time, students from both schools will read the Frontier League Sportsmanship Statement.
In the Frontier League, we expect all in attendance to take pride in your team and represent your school and community with sportsmanship.
Please respect the calls of the officials, the efforts of the coaches and players, and focus on your team as you cheer them to victory. Thank you.
And now let's meet tonight's starting lineups. For Eudora, number 4, the 5'6" senior, Pregame. For Tonganoxie, number 1, the 5'2" sophomore, Shonick. For Eudora, number 10, the 5'6" freshman, Pregame. For Tonganoxie, number 15, the 5'2" sophomore, Maslak. For Eudora, number 20, the 5'9" senior, Yoder. For Tonganoxie, number 21, the 5'2" senior, Herrera. For Eudora, number 24, the 5'11" senior, Lady Moore. For Tonganoxie, number 24, the 5'8" senior, Lakin Bennett. For Eudora, number 31, the 5'6" senior, Parker Law. And for Tonganoxie, number 34, the 5'6" senior, Sage Isaacs. Coaches for this evening's game. For Eudora, Brandon Parker, and for Tonganoxie, Mitch Lewis. Officials for this evening's game are Michael Williams, Dorian Williams, and John Randall.
All right, and those were your starting lineups tonight, brought to you by Team Tongi. They donated more than $190,000 to Tonganoxie families. To learn how you can help make a difference and to learn about upcoming Team Tongi events, check out their website at www.teamtongi.com. And the opening tip-off game, one of our doubleheader tonight, is brought to you by Lynch Real Estate. Lynch Real Estate is your hometown real estate company that will help you buy your first home all the way to your dream home, and they will help make your real estate dreams come true. Visit Dan Lynch and his team today in Tonganoxie. Shonick, Maslick, Herrera, Bennett, and Isaacs, the same 5 for the Chieftains out there. And for Eudora, Erpelding, Liederding, Yoder, Orr, and Long. A good mix. Senior leadership all the way down to even a freshman. And there's a good balance.
Absolutely, and I feel like that's the exact matchup you need and the exact mix you need here.
And Eudora will take the opening tip. It's in the hands of Liederding, the freshman we had just mentioned, and this game is underway as losing the footing early and coming away with the takeaway, Alyssa Shonick. And now for the Chieftains, can they turn the defense into offense?
A nice job by Shonick to lock up there. Really a nice possession, a nice defensive possession there, and now the Chieftains really have to go to work here on offense to have a good first offensive and defensive possession there.
It's a drive by Shonick and a kick out. Herrera, 3 is good in the far corner.
Herrera for 3.
Finding that outside shot, Mariah Herrera is a defined shooter, and she will take those shots when necessary.
Good head fake, drive in, good give at the last second. Kenzie Yoder using that senior experience and finding her down low for 2.
This is the exact kind of offense Eudora loves to run, kind of those under the basket screens. Yoder, one of the best dribble drive shooters in the Frontier League, gives it right to Orr under the basket. They love doing this, and this is really going to be their strong suit in this game against the Chieftains.
We're going to have our first foul of the game on Shonick going for that loose basketball. We know Alyssa Shonick, the sophomore point guard for Tongi, second year starting at the varsity level. She is no stranger at all to going after any of the loose balls. She'll dive on the floor, get rough and dirty with it. That time just drawing a little bit too much contact. There we go, down the low post. And a kick out, straightaway 3. Erpelding can't get it to fall. And a rebound brought in by Shonick.
Erpelding, a little bit of a rough game last Tuesday against Paola. She's really trying to look in and find more of a defined game for herself tonight.
Jayla, a tremendous athlete at Eudora High School, multi-sport athlete for the Cardinals.
Her father being the head soccer coach for the men and women's team. There's a nice basket there from Shawnick.
Already great work by the Chieftains penetrating in the lane. The running floater is banked in by Shawnick. They have the early advantage, 5-2. Little short on the answer attempt, thrown in near the baseline, and Sage is right there, trying to throw it back in to Parker Long. Sage all alone, lowers the shoulder. Offensive foul with the emphatic.
I felt like Isaacs needed to stay with it, just take another post dribble down there and go up with the layup, but she just kind of went in her shoulder down a little bit too much there. Showed more that she was going for more of a offensive charge, and that's why it sent the other way here.
And it's always, anytime you dip that shoulder as the offensive player, and the officials are going to call that every single time.
We know Isaacs is capable of doing the dribble drive. It's just got to be better in this game.
Another rebound just taken away. Alyssa Shawnick, she's leading the charge now. And she's going to go all the way. Can't finish. Lakin Bennett, rebound poked away. Still loose. Isaacs will control it in the near corner. We'll get it back up to Herrera as the Chieftains look to reset the offense.
Right place, right time for the Chieftains. The right positioning, the right amount of hustle. This is the exact kind of tempo they need against this Cardinals team.
Chieftains catching a break there. I like the idea from Sage. That pass was just a little bit too low and out of reach of Lakin Bennett, but it's off the sneaker of a Cardinal. And it's going to stay down here for the inbounds play. 5:27 mark in the first quarter, 5-2 advantage for Tonganoxie.
I'll have to mention, I've seen this refereeing crew before, and I absolutely love him because the one closest to us is so emphatic on his charges going the other way. I absolutely love him. Probably one of the funniest refs I've ever talked to.
Yeah, it's always good, kind of having a little bit of that theatric charm to it as well.
Especially with baseball and softball umpires, too.
Mm-hmm. Well, back-to-back breaks here for the Chieftains. Can they capitalize? Almost getting it down with Shawnick, but it rims off at the last second.
It's such a nice move there from Shawnick. Just fell a little bit too short. She's got to feel happy with herself after that drive.
And she's just been getting more comfortable with her skill-making abilities as every week goes along here. Down low, one-on-one against Lakin Bennett. Another kick out to Erpelding.
Chieftains doing a nice job staying patient. Doing a nice job on switching here.
Another three off the heel of the rim, but brought in and saved, but right to Lakin Bennett. That was Kinsey Yoder that tried to keep it in bounds. Chieftains doing the job defensively.
And that job defensively is just being patient and letting Eudora force the outside shot. Although it's a little bit risky, they're going to take a lot of shots, and they'll eventually frustrate themselves there.
And probably what's been one of the bigger struggles for the Chieftains so far this season is that travel call. Is it just get a little bit about a half second too far ahead. That's an empty possession there. Gets by Isaacs and puts up the shot, and it's foul. It's going to be the third team foul on Tonganoxie. We've already mentioned the new bonus foul rules for this season. They reset at each quarter, and they're capped at 5 team fouls per quarter, and that'll put the team in the bonus. There's no one-on-one free throws anymore. It'll just be 2 automatic free throws when 5 team fouls are reached. Again, Chieftains at 3, Cardinals at 0. They'll send the senior Kinsey Yoder, number 20, to the free throw line.
Kinsey Yoder, a very good friend of mine. I love the way she plays. She's not afraid to go inside with contact and loves to just put up whatever shot she has with confidence.
And she has been a staple with Cardinal basketball and the girls team for so long. Now the senior season is here. You know, for her, it's just had to fly by in like a blink of an eye.
And she talked to me about it. She said, it's gone by so quick, but I'm so proud of what I've done for this program.
She definitely has done a lot. She knocked down 2 free throws there, brings it back to a 1-point game.
In which I told her after Paola, we got to work on those free throws there. Nice way to knock down 2 of those there. But
that was probably she didn't shoot you a look when she was going back in the other end of the court. Like, Isaacs will let it fly for 3, just a little offline. Untouched, it'll be Cardinal basketball.
Chieftains also testing out their range here early in this game. After a nice 3 there from Herrera, just not quite the shot that they want early in this game. They've been doing so good with the dribble drive and kind of just being patient with the inside game.
Passing around, wait for an opening. Now another travel will be called, this time on Eudora. Erbelding's going to meet Schoenig right when she gets the basketball, applying a little bit of pressure.
That's what she's been so good at so far in her career, is just the way she can pressure the ball, the way she's just so athletic in how she plays.
Schoenig, good job creating space and knocks down the step back three.
Last year we kind of talked about it, Dylan. She needs to be more confident with her shot. This season she's been so confident, it's just working out for her.
Kinsey Yoder can't answer on the other end. Loose ball. Sage is going to track it down near the baseline. Cardinals trying to trap. She gives it to Schoenig. Now to Herrera. Brings it across the timeline. Bennett open underneath. Getting a fingertip on it was Dieterding. Bennett with the right hand. Just can't quite finish. Like the aggressiveness down low from Lakin. Bennett, and you know Coach Loomis would like to get her more involved as an offensive component as well. Yoder thought about taking the three, drives another kick out. Dieterding, good range three, clanks off the iron and pulled in. Emerson Maslick, first time we've called her name tonight.
It's interesting that Eudora is going with the outside shot so much more. Like I mentioned earlier in pregame, they shot close to 50% from three. I think the number 44 to be exact. They shot pretty much better inside for two. It's just confusing that they're going for the outside three so much. They've got to settle down here and take the twos.
This one thrown behind Herrera. She can't get it. It's going to roll out of bounds. Miscommunication on the give. Schoenig trying to give it to Herrera. This is still working in the defensive game plan. If you're Tonganoxie, though, you're going to allow Eudora to take those long-range shots, those low percentage shots. That's going to boost your odds very heavily of hanging around this one.
100%, and just managing to chew down the clock as much as you can while also just making sure that you're playing good defense and not letting Eudora have anything they want.
Long range two doesn't rattle. Good box down position. Lake and Bennett, and that's a perfect example of it. You see the drive on the far baseline, the defense collapsing. That was a wide open look just beyond the free throw line. Again, low percentage shots. You'd much rather see them try to knock those down than rather than getting them right into the lane and knocking down those high percentage shots.
Chieftains doing a nice job here just moving this ball, creating space, trying to wear down this defense as much as they can. Eudora going for a box-and-one defensive look here. Interesting to see how they're going to match up well with this Chieftains kind of four-out look.
Sage is going to try to drive, lost it. Bennett now up top. Schoenig drives with the left hand, spin move, back to Bennett. Sage lets it fly from three again. This time came a little closer, but still couldn't get it, and that's going to be the first foul of the game on Maslick.
That's a costly foul there. You're very close to giving Eudora two free throws to get him back within 2 points in a one-possession ball game here early in there. You need to create the space scoring-wise and defensive-wise. That's just a costly foul there, not necessary at all.
Another mid-range jumper, too strong from Orr, but rebound brought in by Long. Both teams have yet to make a substitution, and it's the starting five to have played every minute of this first quarter. Good give down low. Erpelding got loose. That brings it back to one possession game, 2 points.
There's that cut under the basket feed, and right place, right time. Erpelding was right there to take the two. They're back within 2 points now.
That's just that familiarity and that team chemistry. When you've been playing for years and years, you kind of know when the others are going to make that cut and that specific transition. And now a costly one here for the Chieftains. I believe that pass was going to Sage Isaacs, but it was tipped by Maslick, and the Cardinals take control.
Just going to wear down this clock here, trying to get the last second shot here.
Can take all this remaining about 15 seconds and counting if they wish. Give and go. Dieterding draws contact, will go to the line. 12.9 seconds on the clock and a chance to tie at the charity stripe.
Eudора's been so good at it this whole season, and like I mentioned earlier with Yoder, they're just so comfortable just driving in and taking that contact, and hopefully it flies in and to get the added one opportunity. But if still, they're getting 2 shots at the line.
And bigger story here, Emerson Maslick, who they called it on, that is now her third. So already one of the starters for Tonganoxie in deep foul trouble. Would be very surprised if we see her return in the second quarter. And we now have a tie ball game. Cardinals 4 for 4 from the free throw line to start this one off. And can the Chieftains reclaim the lead? We'll see.
And knowing Loomis and Maslak's style of play, I imagine he'd love to put her in, but he'd just tell her, you have to be very, very careful with where you're at.
Erpelding, final shot, good if it goes, and it's just wide left, and we end quarter number 1. Knotted up, 8 apiece between the Chieftains and the Cardinals. We'll be back with second quarter action next after this break on the Chieftain Sports Network, Tonganoxie Sports Live.
Hey folks, save $1,000 on your interior painting project this winter. Hire Absolute Painting during November through February and qualify for 10% off your project, a free paint upgrade, and a free color consultation to make sure you choose the perfect colors to transform your home. This amazing offer only lasts until our winter calendar is booked and spots are filling up fast. Call now and save $1,000 on your interior project. No money down, affordable monthly payment options are available. This offer won't last long, so call now to save $1,000 on your interior project with Absolute Painting, where quality is absolute.
Whether you're an athlete looking to get back for another big win or you're just trying to win at life, Dr. Adam Ludwin at Win Chiropractic and Sports Therapy can get you back in the game. Dr. Adam has the tools and skills to have you feeling your best in no time with chiropractic adjustment, physical therapy, cupping, taping, muscle scraping, on-site x-ray, and more. Lose the pain and win the day at Win Chiropractic and Sports Therapy, now open in Tonganoxie. Book online at winchiropracticst.com or call 913-214-1020.
And back ready for the start of the second quarter here on our special simulcast edition of Tonganoxie Sports Live. Of course, we want to welcome all of the Eudora viewers tonight of Eudora Sports Live. Hope we're taking great care of you tonight. We got a good one so far. Knotted up, 8 apiece after one quarter of action between the Chieftains and the Cardinals. Brendan, what were you seeing in that first quarter that you really like? We'll start first with the Chieftains.
Just the way they're just handling the ball. I mean, there's a couple of costly turnovers there, a couple costly fouls. You have Maslak in foul trouble here with 3. But they're just doing such a good job defensively, taking care of the ball. And Lakin Bennett, what a job from her.
Third 3 ball to fall tonight for Tonganoxie. That puts them back in front, 11-8.
And just the way they're shooting the 3 ball as well. I mean, you know, it's a little scary to shoot a 3 ball. But, I mean, they're doing such a good job here in just staying the course and trusting their shots and taking shots with confidence.
Taylor Perding near side, back up to Dieterding. 3 ball on the way, can't answer, bounce straight up. Ooh. Letting them play down there, bodies colliding in with each other. That was Isaacs closing in on Yoder, who's trying to go up for that rebound. It stays at this end. Here is Yoder, back to Erpelding. Great feed, back down low on the left block. And giving her the nod, that's Orr, number 24. And that's just great ball movement there for the Cardinals.
They do that so well. Just the amount of points they score off of 2 and the way they're able to execute it down low. It's amazing to see. It's how basketball is for this Lady Cardinals team. And I know Coach Parker talked to me earlier. You saw me down there talking to Coach Parker for a little bit.
Oh, you always got to talk to Coach Brendan Parker anytime he comes back to Tonganoxie.
I asked him, what's something that you love about this matchup every time? He said, I get to see old friends, a lot of people that I've worked with, and just the familiarity with this town. I love it. He said, I do miss it. I told him I was a little bummed that he didn't come back after my 5th grade year, but I mean, he's such an awesome guy to talk to. He knows the game so well. His son obviously graduating last year, Cole Parker.
Cole, yep. One of the key parts of that Eudora boys varsity team that made their 2nd straight appearance at the state tournament, finished 4th. A strong, I believe there were 6 seniors, if I remember correctly, on that basketball team. Had that thrilling overtime opening round game against Baldwin, and they went on the next round. They lost to the eventual state champions, Hugoton. That was a great basketball team. Some returning key pieces as well. Errol Seaman, Logan Sullivan. We'll get into more of that during our pregame coverage of the boys varsity game after the conclusion of this game. Here, game 1 of our doubleheader between the Chieftains and the Cardinals. Entry pass down low to Dieterding, which she is fouled. We'll see who they're going to give this to here. Fouls are piling up for Tonganoxie. That's going to be the second of the game. Yep. So Emerson Maslak with 3, and now Sage Isaacs with 2. No team fouls registered yet for Eudora. Cardinals playing a clean game of basketball out there.
And one thing they're doing so well is just second quarter, you see they're kind of adjusting to this Chieftains 3-2 defense that they're running. You know, Eudora, they're forcing shots a little bit too much, but they're still doing the same game plan that they've done all season long. Just find the easy 2 down low, really work this offense, and they're making the Chieftains kind of fumble a little bit. You know, you have 2 or 3 Chieftains in foul trouble now, so they're doing a really good job.
And
nice
a clean
block there from Bennett,
yes. Lakin Bennett, she's been having a game, crashing the boards, knocked the 3-ball down. Now she can add a block to her resume on tonight's stat sheet.
And she's doing exactly what they need to do here, and I'm sure Loomis is going to be so proud of her. Just fundamental basketball. That's all you can ask for.
That's the 5th turnover tonight for the Chieftains. Dieterding full head of steam out to Yoder. Head fake gets by Bennett. Jumper in the lane is nothing but net. Probably one of the easiest baskets that the senior Kinsey Yoder is going to have all night long. Bounce pass, Lila Carlton into the game for Tonganoxie.
Carlton last year is also one of the major freshman additions there. Has really done a solid job coming off the bench, although she didn't see much action last year. This year's seen a lot more action. She's been really sound, really solid, just plays the game the right way. Hustle player like you see there. Going after that rebound, but Isaacs is there.
And throws it away, was trying to get it back out to Carlton. Jump ball is called, possession arrow in favor of the Cardinals. Now, we talked about that last year, that freshman class for Tonganoxie was headlined by Shawnick, who was in the starting lineups. Then we saw Emerson Maslek. She really made her big splash. I remember it was in the Tonganoxie Invitational Basketball Tournament, and it was a game that they played on Saturday morning in the closing rounds. I think it was like the 7th place game, and she really came off the bench, and she put up some big numbers for Coach Loomis's squad. Farrah Halsa as well had a breakout moment there and there. We can't wait to see her make her debut this season.
Absolutely. I remember announcing that game, too. Didn't like the fact that I had to wake up early for that one, but I just remember having to say Halsa, Maslak, and Shawnick's name so many times, just the way they played, the way they were able to spark that offense that night. Although a tough loss for them, they were still very sound and very good offensively.
Definitely, for sure. And it was a time when the offense was really struggling as well. They came in and provided a really big spark for the offense, a freshman coming off the bench. Just like everybody expects at the varsity level, right?
Absolutely. And they played more soundly this season, the rest of the season, I feel like. And now, with having a year of experience under their belt, I feel like they're gaining more and more IQ, getting more and more just sound basketball each and every game.
Good defense here for the Chieftains. Cardinals passing around, trying to find that open shot. Deerding, top of the key, near corner. Down low, try to go to work to Orr. Had it poked away by Shawnick, of course. None other than Alyssa Shawnick, quick with the hands on defense, poking that one away. We're going to have a timeout on the floor here by Tonganoxie, their first of the game. Currently trailed by 3, 14-11. Approaching 3 minutes left to go before we hit the locker rooms for halftime here on Tonganoxie Sports Live.
Shop local and save at Brothers Market in Tonganoxie, where we treat you like family. Brothers Market has great everyday deals throughout the store. Enjoy fresh cut steaks from the meat department, the freshest fruits and vegetables from the produce aisle, and savor the flavors from the bakery. Check out their weekly ad to get the best deals on what you need. From apples to aspirin, Cool Whip to cool crisp lettuce. Brothers Market, open daily. Learn more at shopbrothersmarket.com. The same look and location of a classic drugstore with the services and supplies of a modern pharmacy. That's what you'll find at the Downtown Drug Store in Tonganoxie. Of course, Downtown Drug is the local choice for your prescriptions and health needs, but did you know they have the best selection of Tonganoxie Pride and Chieftain Game Day gear in town? And a whole lot more. Cards, gifts, home decor, and even the best way to satisfy that sweet tooth. The Downtown Drug Store. Call 913-369-3800 or visit them online at thedowntowndrugstore.com.
What's up?
Welcome back here on Tonganoxie Sports Live. Timeout last taken by Coach Loomis of the Chieftains. They currently trail 11-14. It's been a back-and-forth contest so far in this one between the Cardinals and the Chieftains. Loose ball and saved. It's good court awareness there again, Orr.
Very good defensive possession here from the Chieftains. Just tiring out Eudora, making them run their offense, forcing them to take the outside shots. They just got to get that rebound and secure it.
Another loose ball. It'll stay down here with the Cardinals.
Both teams looking a little tired here. Starting to see some hands on hips, hands on thighs here. It's really going to be a mental battle and a battle to see
and finally,
which team.
The Chieftains get the takeaway they've been looking for. Alyssa Shauna got her hand on it first, poking it loose. And the Chieftains looking to potentially tie the game here with a big bucket. We're going to have a foul call first. It's going to be the first foul of the game for Eudora coming up here as Jayla Erpelding is going to be checking back in here.
It was a nice attempt there by Shonick just to try and work off Berg now to just really create some space there. Probably one of the better dribblers and handlers on this team.
The last foul is on Brunkow, number 12. She gets checked out. Like we mentioned, Erpelding back in. Extra pass, Herrera, far corner three, almost wedged it in.
Just a little short there, hitting part of the glass, kind of the right side of the iron there.
Drive in, Yoder colliding. They're going to say she traveled with it first, so contact not mattering there. It's another turnover for the Cards.
It has to be upsetting for her not to get that call her way, but also has to be disappointing to get a turnover early with a minute 45 left. Cardinals team is still rolling here, forcing the Chieftains to show their hand here.
Carlton saving that one from soaring out of bounds, gives it back to Shonick. Surrounding Cardinal jerseys, gives it to Isaacs. Took a couple bounces, can't go in. Jump ball called, and so it stays down here, and it is. Good job by Sage following her shot, getting in there, getting both hands on that ball, and the Chieftains are going to have another crack at it. A minute 29 left in the first half.
It was a nice look there from Isaacs. Really just the shot selection there was pristine there, although could have had another dribble or two. Still a nice shot selection there, and she's got it and one.
Yes, she does. Has a chance to earn 3 points the old-fashioned way. And a strong finish from Sage. Back-to-back good looks down the lane. And she can tie it up with the free throw attempt here. First foul of the game for Orr, number 24.
That's exactly what the Chieftains need to do on the Eudora team. Give them a taste of their own medicine. Drive inside. Force Eudora to foul.
Gonna let it fly. Well short. Uncontested rebound, but wide on the putback, Kinsey Yoder. And she looked over to the official. She thought that maybe she deserved a whistle, but none given to the senior.
It was a bit scary there, honestly. Me and you were looking at each other like, where is everyone under the basket there? Yoder is all alone on her own island, but very nice job to contest that shot there, the initial putback.
Oh, catch and shoot three for Alyssa Shonick. Give the assist to Herrera, splitting the defense and the kick out, and Shonick didn't have much breathing room. Literally catch and shoot her second from three-point range, and now she has 8.
Exactly. This Chieftains team needs to figure out their offensive identity, and they did just that. Splitting the defense wide open like you mentioned, and Shonick catch and shoot. Shot going right through.
Now they forced the shot from long on the other end. Chieftains back on the attack, up by 2. Can she go back to back? She cannot. But a rebound brought in by Lakin Bennett.
Really hold it to the last shot here. Don't force anything there. It's a little force there by Shonick on the step back. Didn't have much separation there, although I know she's capable of shooting those. Just got to have a bit more separation here.
Gonna have to put up a shot here. Shonick running floater just short. And that is how this first half ends. Probably the best first half of basketball the Chieftains have put together so far this season. They will have the lead 16-14 over the Eudora Cardinals, and we will be back with halftime coverage here on Tonganoxie Sports Live.
For a winning team, contact White Birch Properties, the real estate MVPs.
The Tonganoxie Recreation Commission is committed to creating community through parks, people, and programs. And now, with their all-new activity center, the Tonganoxie Rec Commission can do even more. Tongi Rec understands the benefits reaped through recreation are endless. Tongi Rec has a long list of classes, activities, and programs for the young and young at heart. For program pricing and schedules, call 913-845-3502. Visit them at the all-new activity center at the Tonganoxie High West campus or go to tongirec.org.
Are you ready for a mouth-watering journey down memory lane? Introducing Flashbacks. Start your day off right with our fluffy pancakes, omelets, or a cinnamon roll. For lunch, sink your teeth into our juicy made-to-order burgers, Philly cheese, and more. Flashbacks' friendly staff and welcoming atmosphere make every visit a delight, and their menu is filled with comfort food that will give you those warm, delicious flashbacks. Visit them today in downtown Tonganoxie, open 7 days a week from 7 a.m. to 12:30 p.m.
Transform the look and feel of your home with the perfect flooring from Midwest Carpet Center in downtown Tonganoxie. Discover a world of exquisite carpets, stunning hardwoods, and luxurious vinyl. With over 20 years of trusted service, they are your local flooring experts. And they're so much more than just carpet. Shop a variety of styles from quality brands like Shaw, Anderson Tuftex, Hortec, and so much more. From cozy living rooms to elegant bedrooms, sleek kitchens to stunning baths, you'll find it all at Midwest Carpet Center. Explore online at MidwestCarpetCenter.com.
For more than 20 years, Gherkin Rental has been the place to go to get the job done in eastern Kansas and western Missouri. With a huge selection of quality equipment, from roll-offs to trailers, telehandlers to generators, power washers to popcorn makers. Experienced equipment professionals and clean, well-maintained tools to help you get the job done right the first time. Gherkin Rental. Stop by any of their 13 locations across the KC Metro or call 855-GHERKINS. That's 855-437-5367.
Welcome back inside Chieftain Arena. This is the White Birch Property Realty Executives halftime show here on Tonganoxie Sports Live. At White Birch Properties, you have a team of agents ready to help you buy or sell that next house and lead you to success in the real estate game. Visit them at 1203 State Avenue, Suite B in Tonganoxie, or give them a call on the screen, 913-417-1007. Dylan Funk alongside Brendan Bolin on color, Dennis Drennan on camera for us tonight. It's a 16-14 lead for the Chieftains after 2 quarters of action. This contest, it's been back and forth, neither team having the largest lead. I believe 4 has been the largest lead for either team so far tonight. It's been a lot of back and forth action. I asked you at the end of the first quarter what you liked or what you saw from both teams. I'll do it again, except this time let's start with Eudora.
Eudora, they're doing a really good job of forcing the Chieftains in foul trouble and doing the same thing they do all game, just finding the easy 2 down low and just finding the easy pass. Forcing the layup or just the dribble drive through contact. I feel like it's been really reciprocated well. They did that against Payola. They've done it against every single team this year, and they're doing it so well against this Chieftains team, who's honestly been a tougher defensive opponent that they faced all year. But
yeah, I'd say defensively, this has been the best defensive strategy and the best defensive effort I've seen from the Chieftains so far this season. I know the season's very, very young. This is only the, 4th game we've played of the year, 4th or 5th game?
4th, yes.
4th, yeah. So, I mean, still very early in the season, but Tonganoxie they would get dominated down low, I felt like, really, really easily. But outside of that, there wasn't really much to complain about. What was the really big killer was the turnovers, and then teams getting out in transition, easy layups, easy buckets. Only 6 turnovers tonight for Tonganoxie, 4 for Eudora, so both teams taking care of the basketball considerably. Tongi kind of went on a stretch there where there were some bad passes, maybe a travel here and there, but they really locked onto it later in that second quarter and were able to pull away. Leading scorer for both teams tonight, Alyssa Schonek with 8 points. She's got a couple of three-pointers on the way as well, and I just can't really ever say enough about her. Seeing her growing up from starting as a freshman at the varsity level last year to what she is now as a sophomore, and what she's been able to do for this Tonganoxie team, especially from the offensive standpoint, how she can go out there, handle the basketball, create her own space, and just make long-range shots. That three-pointer was a perfect example. I mean, that was great defense by Eudora. It wasn't like she was wide open, had a chance to dribble it and then shoot. I mean, she literally caught it and shot it, put it up in the air and knocked it down. And if you get Alyssa Schonek going on offense, that's going to go a long ways for the Chieftains and trying to pull away in this one, currently up by 2.
Absolutely, and coming into junior year, the team kind of knew what they were getting their hands on, a very confident, high IQ player who could really shoot the ball well for him. I feel like the biggest thing that she needed was just the team chemistry and trust from Coach Loomis as well, and she's gotten that all season, the past 2 years she's been here, and just the way she's blossomed this year to a more confident shooter who will take those opportunities. Well, sometimes they're not going to fall. That's basketball for you, but she's really blossomed this year, and I feel like that's really what this Chieftains team has done so well, is just trusting her with the outside shot.
No doubt about it. We're going to step aside. When we come back, we'll have second half action here on Tonganoxie Sports Live, your home of Chieftain Athletics.
A great collision on the field? Awesome. An awesome collision on the road? Not so great. If that bad play does come your way, take your car to S&S Body Shop in Tonganoxie. S&S has been the area's premier auto collision repair center since 1972, working on all makes and models, glass replacement, bumper repair, fiberglass and plastic, color matching, and more. Plus, they work with all insurance companies. Get your ride back in the game. Learn more at snsautoandbody.com or call 913-369-3193. Whether you're an athlete looking to get back for another big win or you're just trying to win at life, Dr. Adam Ludwin at Win Chiropractic and Sports Therapy can get you back in the game. Dr. Adam has the tools and skills to have you feeling your best in no time with chiropractic adjustment, physical therapy, cupping, taping, muscle scraping, on-site x-ray, and more. Lose the pain and win the day at Win Chiropractic and Sports Therapy, now open in Tonganoxie. Book online at winchiropracticst.com or call 913-214-1020.
Call insurance agent.
Hello, customer.
Oh, great. I just had a quick question about my insurance.
You are 312th in line.
Oh, it's just a real quick question.
Would you like a callback in 6 hours?
Sometimes humans are just more helpful.
Hey, Max, I can answer your insurance question.
Awesome. Appreciate it.
Farm Bureau Financial Services. It's your future. Let's protect it.
Contact Farm Bureau agents Tex Vandervoort and Jerry Sanders in Tonganoxie today.
Thinking about starting your next outdoor home project? Be sure to call 811 before you dig. After calling 811, wait a few days for utilities to mark your yard with paint or flags to avoid unintentionally hitting a utility line. Hitting a buried line can disrupt service in your area, cost money to repair, or cause serious injury. Southern Star asks you to help protect our community. Know what's below. Call 811 before you dig.
For more than 15 years, Lynch Real Estate has been a leader in the KC Metro.
Hi, I'm Dan Lynch with Lynch Real Estate, inviting you to come let us prove to you why Lynch Real Estate is a name you can always trust.
Dan and his team have built a reputation for unparalleled customer service and satisfaction by building lasting relationships. Learn more about Lynch Real Estate at lynchresidential.com or give them a call at 913-369-3000.
Whether you're a first-time buyer or a high-end seller, I'm here to make it happen.
Hey folks, save $1,000 on your interior painting project this winter. Hire Absolute Painting during November through February and qualify for 10% off your project, a free paint upgrade, and a free color consultation to make sure you choose the perfect colors to transform your home. This amazing offer only lasts until our winter calendar is booked and spots are filling up fast. Call now and save $1,000 on your interior project. No money down, affordable monthly payment options are available. This offer won't last long, so call now to save $1,000 on your interior project with Absolute Painting, where quality is absolute.
Welcome back inside Chieftain Arena. Our doubleheader between the Cardinals and the Chieftains continues. Third quarter action, 16-14 advantage for Tonganoxie. You just go around the side. There you go. getting things rearranged here. Again, we got a mega cast on hand tonight. I'm Dylan Fung, joined alongside Brendan Bolin on color. Dennis Drennan on camera for us tonight. Treated to a great matchup so far. Both teams back out there with their starting fives. Orr gives out. Jayla Erpelding overhead. Good quick ball movement here for the Cardinals. I think we have a 5-second lane violation. And that's going to bring it into the opening possession of the third quarter. Chieftains going to have their first chance to attack the basket coming up here.
Just an unlucky turnover there from Eudora. Just offensively taking a few minutes out in the locker room. Just got to find their groove back there. It's just an unlucky situation there for Eudora early.
This is a team that got out to a little bit of a slow start in their last game against Paola back at home. They came out in the second half, particularly the third quarter, and really put some space between them and the Panthers. Looking to do the same here tonight for the Chieftains. Meanwhile, for Tongi, trying to extend this lead. They haven't found themselves on top at halftime very often. That three-point attempt from Maslick left too strong.
Like you mentioned, a little bit too strong, left a bit too much arch there. Not exactly the right angle she kind of wanted there, but.
Yoder moving her way through, fouled on the attempt, fell hard down to the floor. She's all right. She's going to get up and have 2 free throws upcoming here, and she can tie the game for the Cardinals as Chongi is going to be making 2 substitutions. Looks like Mariah Sneed, first time she'll be into the game, the 4th senior for Tonganoxie. And right as I say that, she's getting sent right back over to the bench, so we might wait a little bit. We are going to see Lila Carlton check in, though, as Mariah Herrera will come out for a breather. It's very rare you see Loomis make a substitution this early into the second half. Obviously wanting to try to mix something up here, trying to coach up Herrera on the bench, and Yoder going to go 0 for 2 on that trip to the free throw line.
It's definitely got to be a coaching moment there for Herrera. Just kind of calm her down. Loomis telling her what she needs to see from her. Almost had that step back 3 there, Shawnick.
Basically kind of like a warm-up shot. Foul was called, so she figured, why not? And very quickly, Herrera back in. So just like you mentioned, Loomis wanting to bring her out, trying to coach her up on something. You saw it was just right one-on-one with him and Herrera the whole time she was over there. Now back into the game. She's on point right now. She'll hand off to Shawnick, trying to drive in on Erpelding.
Loomis loves to do this, and I feel like it really works for these players. Whenever you take them out for a minute, just coach them up, tell them what you see and what you need to see from them, and then it results there. He's done such a good job.
And count the basket, contact coming from behind. Shawnick now in double figures. I think they're going to tag this one on
Parker Long. Yeah,
they will.
I think she's pretty confused. Same way with Yoder there,
or maybe did they get the number mixed up? I don't know.
I think they're both confused there.
Yeah,
on the right side there. But what a nice drive there from Shawnick. Already up to, 10 points now?
10 points, exactly.
Done a really nice job just being more confident and just taking the control of this Chieftains offense here.
Mm-hmm. The only real blemish tonight so far for Tonganoxie, 0 for 2 at the free throw line. They've only made 2 trips, and both of them have been on and 1 attempts. The first one from Sage, and then that last one from Shawnick. Put up by Deerding, no good, and just bringing in that rebound over the top with Lainey Orr, using that size and that reach to her advantage. Got her listed on the roster. Tallest player on the team at 5'11", the senior. Now we will see Mariah Sneed come into the game. Sage Isaacs will be checked out. It's going to be an inbounds coming up for Eudora. Down for 18-14, 6 minutes left to go in the third.
We've got to give credit where credit is due. Lakin Bennett doing such a nice job just contesting the offensive shots that Eudora was trying to bring in down low. She's done a nice job just crashing the boards and just getting her hands up.
Yeah, she's been getting down low and physical.
And they're going to call that a travel.
Yes, they will, as Parker Long lost her footing there. And she's been duking it out down low with Kinsey Yoder and Lainey Orr as well. And she has been holding her own, has brought in a handful of rebounds and crashing the boards, even has a block.
I think you can see why this game's such low scoring. Both teams are going at it down low. Loomis understands that this team is such a paint presence.
Big one on the way for Maslick, leaves it short. Brought in by Long.
I feel like that's the key that both teams need to understand. Eudora come into this game as a paint presence. they should know that Tonganoxie is going to come out strong and just play some defense. So why not, use your outside shot to the advantage, which, it hasn't been falling there, but I know there's got to be something in there Coach Parker needs to see.
And that's what you need right there. The drive from Erpelding gives it up last second to Orr. As now Laney Orr has 6 points on the night. That's what you need more if you're Eudora, that drive into the bucket and that great extra pass. Air ball, a little too strong from Lakin Bennett from beyond three. Would have been her second one from three-point range on the night. Dieterding weaving her way through, and a kick, head fake, driving baseline, extra pass, long up to Erpelding. Not the Cardinals are really going to try to pull the trigger there. Instead, it goes back down low to Orr, surrounded by a lot of Tonganoxie defenders, and it's Lakin Bennett who has control of it right now, dribbling it up near side in front of the scorer's table, back over the middle, brings it across the timeline. And a handoff to Shawnick.
Lakin Bennett a little bit scary there, having her take up the ball. I figure, Maslex is right there. Why not just take the option out? But Lakin Bennett with a nice job just trying to dribble it down with Yoder on her right side.
Shawnick, another step back three, in and out. Tipped by Sneed, but controlled. Laney Orr tripping up. It's Kinsey Yoder with it up and under, and count the bucket. The foul call is going to be on Lakin Bennett. And the emotion showing there after the bucket from Kinsey Yoder. And can now give the Cardinals the lead at the free throw line.
That's something that I've talked to most coaches. They love seeing her, just the energy she plays with, the amount of intensity she goes with under the basket especially. You get that from you've gotten that from her from the last 3 or 4 years she's played for this team.
Too strong on the free throw attempt. They're going to say Tongi basketball. Honestly, it was pretty 50-50 there. I didn't know if they were going to say Maslick got a fingertip or if it just brushed off her shoulder or not. But it's going to be Tonganoxie basketball knotted up at 18. Cardinals now have missed the last 3 free throws after starting the game 4 for 4 from the line.
Chieftains team has to get a basket here to get some momentum going. But you can't force anything. You can't force anything too early here. Bennett's three, I feel like it was the right shot, just not the right time. They're not the right location where you want to be at.
And coming in too hot, Wyrick. She'll pick up her first foul. That ball was drifting out near the far baseline in front of the home crowd.
That'll be Hannah Keltner, sorry. Yeah, there's 2 number 3s on there.
There is 2 number 3. Yeah, Hannah Keltner. Good call, man.
I was about to bring up a point there about Keltner. Really, against Paola, she really shined off the bench. Really an electric player that loves to just be aggressive and be a spark plug on defense there. She showed that, just got a bit too much of the body there.
And first time she's checked into this game tonight, as well as both teams have been going to their bench fairly early in this third quarter. 3:29 mark. Inbounds as Shawnick lobs it into Sneed, and Sneed will give it right back to her. Guarded by Erpelding, working her way into the lane. Kick out, Lakin Bennett. Try it again and knocks it down for 3.
And that's the right time when you need to take a 3. Lakin Bennett.
All right, folks, so we apologize about that delay we had there, the internet dropping, but still back in action. Just under 2 minutes left to go in this third quarter. Chieftains hanging on 21-20. It's been a tight contest all night long, and the Cardinals retake the lead on the drive and finish from Dieterding, the freshman, for her first bucket of the game.
And what brought Eudora within 1 was that, like you mentioned, they'd done this all game. Just a nice drive there by Keltner to get the and 1 opportunity there. Like I mentioned, Keltner, a high energetic player who, like you mentioned, really athletic, a great cross-country runner, really gets down to the fundamentals here and is really, really sound offensively and defensively for this Cardinals team.
Shawnick driving baseline, back out to Lakin Bennett. She's knocked down a pair of three-pointers tonight. We'll get back to Alyssa as we now are under a minute left remaining. Another step-back three. Yoder defending, leaves it too strong. Lila Carlton trying to save it, but her foot was on the baseline. It'll be Cardinal basketball. Parker Long checking back in, number 31. And she will come in for Yoder and give her a breather. Macy Murray will also check in for Tongi. Emerson Maslick will check out.
Murray's first appearance for this Chieftains team. Yours got 40 seconds now. Hopefully just trying to chew up some clock here, get a last-second shot. Force the Chieftains' hand here on defense.
Out to Keltner, drive baseline, and miscommunication, trying to go to the far corner, or the near corner, here to Parker Long. She was making her way back up to the top of the perimeter. It goes right to the Cardinal bench. Both teams now 7 turnovers each in this game.
Just some quick coaching moments there from Loomis, quickly taking out Maslack and Isaacs there. Kind of just reminding him what he expects from them. Quickly pulls out Carlton and Murray. Like I mentioned, Maslack in some foul trouble here, so she's been extra careful so far. Has been a great role player for this Chieftains team so far.
Picked up 3 fouls in the first quarter. He has it now, quickly giving it to Herrera, now to Isaacs. 5 seconds, Isaacs drives, puts it up, draws the foul, and a chance to go to the line for 2.
And a nice decision there from Isaacs, not to just trusting her gut to go to the free throw line to hopefully get 2 shots and forcing Eudora to foul here. And that's what this Chieftains team has done so well, not doing too much of the hero ball stuff, just trying to limit and be simple with it.
Like I said, this is really the only blemish tonight for Tonganoxie. They've been playing really well outside of shots at the free throw line now, 0 for 3. To start this contest, trying to tie it with this one on the way from Sage, and it won't fall. And that will do it for the third quarter. Cardinals back on top, 22-21. We're going to be in for a highly contested fourth quarter coming up next year on Tonganoxie Sports Live.
When it comes to rehabilitation, despite what you're told, you can choose where you want to go. Physical Therapy Solutions in Tonganoxie is independently owned, allowing them to work with all doctors and your insurance to ensure a smooth transition, especially from a knee or hip replacement. Choose from one of their highly qualified physical therapists for an individualized plan of care to achieve long-term health benefits. Contact Physical Therapy Solutions today and let them help you. Go to ptsolutionsks.com for more information. Midwest Chiropractic Center is a friendly and caring clinic providing comprehensive care for your chiropractic, rehabilitative, and fitness needs. Upon entering one of our offices, you are treated like family. The staff cares about your health, and their approach to care proves it. With 3 locations in Tonganoxie, Lansing, and Bonner Springs, plus some Saturday hours, Midwest Chiropractic Center is dedicated to offering affordable, gentle chiropractic care. Midwest Chiropractic Center, getting you back to active.
All right, quarter number 4, time to finish strong for both the Chieftains and the Cardinals. It's been a back-and-forth contest. Both teams have had the leads for their fair share. It's currently with the Cardinals right now, 22-21. And the Chieftains are going to have first crack at it on offense to start this fourth quarter.
I feel like you just need to have a simple possession here. Just find a quick 2 or 3 if you see it. Just don't force anything there.
Maslick lets it fly deep, leaves it short. Up the way we go, Erpelding with it. Let's see, was she going to try to push the tempo or slow things down? She's going to slow it down.
I feel like that's what Eudora's been missing this whole game, just pushing the tempo. They did that so well against Paola. Mind you, Paola had plenty more turnovers than the Chieftains have had so far in this game. Just got to limit that, and hopefully if you get the opportunity, push the pace a little bit more.
Shauna can't finish. Now Erpelding, full head of steam. Nothing between her and the bucket, and she lays it in for 2 after tracking down that loose basket off the miss from Alyssa Shawnick. And the lead's back up to 3 for Eudora.
Exactly what needed to happen there. Just find the breakaway, push the pace, and let it come to you.
Sage on the drive, looking for Maslick, tracks it down. Defender draped on top of her, but gives it back up top to Shawnick. They'll reset the offense.
I think Sage was hoping Maslick would shift over right a little bit, and Maslick did not read that there.
Good drive by Sage, and gets it to fall.
Bit of a miscue there early, but nice job by Isaacs and Maslick to quickly put it to bed and score 2. Bring them down 1.
Was able to drive and get by Lainey Orr, and good composure down the baseline and the confidence to finish it herself. Long range 2, doesn't fall. Loose ball underneath. Herrera comes down with it. Again, might I mention that was another good box underneath by Lakin Bennett. Put it a body on Kinsey Yoder. Giving that the chance for Herrera to track down that loose ball.
And that's something you don't want to give Eudora. The amount of rebounds, the amount of opportunities they have to break away and score here.
Short shot from Bennett. Maslick trying to save, but can't keep the foot off the baseline. Still a 1-point lead for Eudora. Now here we go, pushing the tempo. Dieterding wasting no time. Nibs it to Parker Long. Now to Kinsey Yoder on the left side, trying to finish with the right hand, and she does.
54% from 2. That's what Eudora shot against Paola Tuesday. Slowly but surely, they're coming back into this game feeling better than ever from 2.
Back up by 3, 26-23. Full timeout taken. Tonganoxie, they have 3 remaining in this contest. Eudora still with all 5.
A great collision on the field? Awesome. An awesome collision on the road? Not so great. If that bad play does come your way, take your car to S&S Body Shop in Tonganoxie. S&S has been the area's premier auto collision repair center since 1972, working on all makes and models, glass replacement, bumper repair, fiberglass and plastic, color matching, and more. Plus, they work with all insurance companies. Get your ride back in the game. Learn more at snsautoandbody.com or call 913-369-3193.
For more than 20 years, Gherkin Rental has been the place to go to get the job done in eastern Kansas and western Missouri. With a huge selection of quality equipment, from roll-offs to trailers, telehandlers to generators, power washers to popcorn makers. Experienced equipment professionals and clean, well-maintained tools to help you get the job done right the first time. Gherkin Rental. Stop by any of their 13 locations across the KC Metro or call 855-GHERKINS. That's 855-437-5367.
Back here in Chieftain Arena, Dylan Funk alongside Brendan Bolin, Dennis Drennan on camera. 26-23 advantage for the Cardinals. Chieftains try to cut into it here. Good find. Isaacs just can't finish. Took a hard bounce off the back iron. And here come the Cardinals pushing the tempo yet again.
Just a tad bit short there, but a nice find and a nice take there from Isaacs to really try and just find something inside.
Kinsey Yoder off the mark. And that's been, seems to be the focal point, trying to get this offense going for Eudora, is trying to make space and close to mid-range for Kinsey Yoder. That one she left just a little bit offline to the left. Now Shawnick trying to back down Erpelding and has it blocked. Up ahead we go. Keltner puts it up. Good D by Isaacs, but another great save for the Cards. 3-point on the way is good for Bryn Dieterding. Biggest shot of the game for either team up to this point. The Cards have their largest lead of the night at 6.
First, if you don't succeed, try again. That's exactly what the Cardinals did there. Didn't get the first shot they liked. Yoder off the mark, but quick heroics there by Yoder to get her own rebound and then find the passes inside. And Dieterding with a nice 3 to kind of put the Cardinals up 6 here, forcing the Chieftains about 2 3-pointers here to try and get them back in this game there.
Mariah Herrera needing a big bucket where the Chieftains there, and they get in the form of a Mariah Herrera 3 in the near corner.
Mariah Herrera showing no giving up here, and Coach Parker wants to talk things over here.
I believe he's going to take a full timeout. We'll go ahead and take it with them. Both teams trading three-pointers. So Mariah Herrera answers. Bryn Dieterding on the other end for the Cardinals, 29-26. Eudora on top, under 4 minutes left to go in regulation.
At Kansas Insurance, we know one size doesn't fit all. In fact, our whole mindset is based on customized policies for you and your families. We're local, and we do what we do because we care about you. Think of us as brokers for your insurance needs. Working with Kansas Insurance gets you the award-winning service and attention to detail that only an independent agency can provide. All across Kansas, we're here to help you manage and plan for all types of risk. Contact a local agent today. Kansas Insurance. Local, independent, serving you.
First State Bank and Trust is with you wherever you are with complete online banking. Cheering on the Chieftains once again? Why not pay your bills online? Waiting on your kiddos to get out of school? Seems like a good time to make a transfer. Or how about making a deposit from here? Back in the gym for another night? Why not get an e-statement while you cheer on Tongi? And of course, at First State Bank and Trust, you can always bank from right here. Come on in and see us and get your very own Chieftain card. To learn more about all the great ways to bank with First State Bank and Trust, go to firststateks.com.
We'll be back down at this end for the Cardinals. They still have a 3-point lead. 3 minutes, 48 seconds left to go in regulation in this one. That very well looks like it's going to be going down to the final buzzer. Good drive and the give. Erpelding, and that's a bad place to draw the foul underneath.
You left her enough space, and you were right behind her, kind of forcing that foul. Erpelding just had the right amount, the right positioning there to take that foul and draw that basket in. A very costly foul here for the Chieftains, who Herrera initially answered back on a nice three-pointer there to kind of put you within 3, and now you're down 6 again. Got to dig deep here. You've got 3:30. They're putting Dieterding on some skates there.
Shawnick trying to get loose, passing the ball around. Isaacs making the extra pass. Might have been some slight contact when she was making that pass attempt, but it's a turnover for Tongi.
Initially, I liked the idea there from Isaacs, but it was just too much forcing there. There's already 2 people in the paint there. You don't want to do too much.
That's what you don't want to do at this point. Down by 6 again. You don't want to feel like panicked and trying to rush things. You still have a little, next time they get the ball back, more than likely under 3 minutes. But still, plenty of time and try to put a good quality possession together and try to get something to fall for you, just like you've been doing this whole entire game. No need to try to dish the game plan now. Another pass down low, getting through defenders. Parker Long can't finish. Tipped around. Laney Orr comes down with it and gets it back up top. Big rebound. Big 3 on the way. It won't fall. Kinsey Yoder this time. And just back-breaking rebounds by the Cardinals, as the Chieftains have done a fairly great job tonight of boxing out and limiting the second and third chance opportunities. And if Eudora cashes in with a bucket here, that's going to be crucial for Tongi.
And you can't give Eudora any space or any chance to rebound the basketball, because they're going to use that to their advantage. They're going to take whatever they can. And the doubling here, that's going to force Erpelding to travel here.
It will.
I was about to say, at this point in the game, I'm not such a huge fan of doubling a person, because you have 2 minutes and 11 seconds here to kind of force your hand here. But Eudora is so sneaky good and so sneaky fast that if you give them enough space, they're going to drive in and try to find something here.
Chieftains need a bucket here. Had it poked away. Ricocheted around. Jalen Erpelding. Maslick in front of her. Gets by her and lays it in. Defense into offense for the Cardinals. A costly 9th turnover of the game for Tonganoxie. Just never had a good handle of that basketball. Alyssa Shawnick. Now things starting to self-implode here for Tonganoxie. Largest deficit now at 8.
And it was the right decision trying to drive in. Just never really had a handle on the ball. Probably would have preferred to have a kick-out option there, but not bad of an idea from Schoenig. Just at this moment in time, you can't self-implode here.
Erpelding leaves it far of Orb, but tracking it back down, Dieterding and Coach Parker is going to take another timeout here. His team up by 8 under a minute and a half left to go in the fourth quarter.
Has your furnace left you out in the cold? Pipes plugged? Are you underwater with your water heater? If so, you'll be glad you called Ladd. Ladd Service Company in Tonganoxie has been your heating, cooling, and plumbing specialist since 1986. Ladd is your dealer for top quality brands like York, Aprilaire, and Wolverine Brass. Plus, they maintain and service all other brands. Schedule your appointment by calling 913-369-3509. Visit laddserviceco.com to see why you'll be glad you called Ladd.
Right now, if you're Eudora, you're just trying your best, take care of this basketball. If you're Tonga, I imagine they don't want to start fouling. They're going to do it here. And it's only the third team foul, so Tonga's going to have to give 2 more. Try to get Eudora to go to the free throw line so far tonight. Shooting about 50%, 4 of 8.
And the tricky thing about this new 5-foul rule is if you have a player in foul trouble who's a really good shooter and she fouls out with the intentional fouls here, it's really trying to get Eudora to force their hand here and trying to. Schoenig already has 4, Maslak already has 4, 2 of their best 3-point shooters on this team. It really is Eudora just forcing their hand to try and make a shooter foul out to kind of give less of a chance for the Chieftains to.
Now Schoenig was playing pretty aggressively. I think we had a whistle.
I think that's going to be 5 for Schoenig.
I think there's a timeout
There's a timeout called, yeah.
The officials are saying it was clean defense she was playing, and we'll step aside again here on Tonganoxie Sports Live.
Across the 20, the 15, the 10, 5, Colton McCann, his 3rd touchdown of the game.
Like in the net, that'll be a point for Baldwin.
First touch volley. The substituted forward across the goal line. Touchdown, Trojan.
At an opening on the near side. Is he going to take it? Yes, he is. Kaplinger will take it to the house.
Possession still in favor of the Cardinals. 1 minute and 6 seconds left, up by 8 points.
I think if you're a Chieftains fan, you're really holding your breath there, hoping that that timeout would be called before Schoenig would get her 5th foul. But like you mentioned, some clean defense there from her.
And they'll give this foul to Lakin Bennett. That's going to be the 15th foul. So now free throws the rest of the way in this contest for Eudora.
It'll be Lakin's 3rd here. So got to be selective here with your fouls.
It's Laney Orr that's sent to the line. And this is the point here for Eudora. You go to the line, you can knock them down. You're more than likely going to walk out victorious in this one. Now under a minute left, really crunch time for the Chieftains. Down by 9. You're going to need some big shots to put them up right away. It's Sage, leaves it short. Rebound Parker Long.
Felt like it was a kind of rush shot there from Isaacs. Not really, although you need to feel rushed and shooting the ball quickly, just kind of felt like you could pass around maybe 1 or 2 more passes and kind of get a shot off, but it's the right decision there. Just probably not the right timing in my opinion.
Looking for their first double-digit lead of the night. They're going to have to wait just a little bit longer. Parker Long, the 5'6". Senior. Got these rosters all kind of lopsided on me, but she goes 0 for 2.
Yeah, long as a senior.
Long as a senior, yep. Folks, don't forget to stick around. Game 2 of our doubleheader will be taking place approximately about 20 minutes after the conclusion of this contest here. So I'd say probably around 7:35 or so is when that game is going to be taking place, as we're going to have another foul at this end. This time, Alyssa Schoenig will be heading to the free throw line.
He would have liked the 3, but getting points where you need him, and the game's a little bit out of reach here. You like your points where you can take them.
Now after that miss, the Chieftains 0 for 5 from the free throw line tonight. Trying to right the wrong. Next one on the way from Schoenig. There we go. As Lila Carlton will come back in. Imagine trying to put her in to maybe absorb a foul, but already going to have one called. So it was Schoenig and Maslick. Both are in the area. No matter who it is, they're going to foul out. It's a 5th on Schoenig. So she's going to make her way out. Lakin Bennett will check in. So Alyssa will check out. 10 points on the night, leading the Chieftains in scoring tonight. Had a couple of 3 balls as well.
Impressive breakout game for her against this tough Eudora Cardinals lady team.
Well, that is just a preview of what's to come for Alyssa, not only for the rest of this year, but the 2 years to follow. She is heading down the path of becoming a 4-year varsity starter for Coach Loomis's squad. Herrera blowing by Dieterding, gives to Bennett on the far side, drive in with the right hand, can't finish, but another foul. And again, I always like to bring up this point in basketball. It's the only sport I think that can take about the final minute of a game and stretch it to like 10. It's always.
This Chieftains team's not ready to give up here, and I like that from them.
That's just the mark of a Coach Loomis coach team, is they never have in years past either. Even when there's been rough games where maybe they get to this point, they're down. I've seen them down 40, 50 points in the past. Running clock is on, but they do not care. They play all the way till the final horn sounds, and that's something I know that Coach Loomis has to applaud, that kind of effort from his squad. Rebound pulled in from Sage, and missed pass ricocheting off the knee of Maslick. Herrera also in the area, and the Cardinals will get it back in. And let's see, the Chieftains will just let him dribble it out here. Coach Parker saying, just dribble it out, we're done here.
And they will stay undefeated at 5-0 on the season. An impressive start so far here from Coach Parker and this Lady Cardinals team.
Yes, it is. Expecting to make a run and contend in the Frontier League this year. They take another step tonight. They take it from the Chieftains, 37-27 for Eudora. Meanwhile, for Tonganoxie, even though they come up short, they played really great, really well tonight. First 3 quarters, played some of their best basketball they had this whole entire season. Things just kind of got away from them in the 4th quarter and eventually got behind. And now it's the largest lead of the night for the Cardinals, staying at 10 points, and the Chieftains now fall to 1-3 on the season, winning their season opener on the road at Lewisburg, now losers of 3 straight. As we're going to take a moment here, we're going to get into the Brothers Market post-game show. You can check out their weekly ads and specials in-store or online at shopbrothersmarket.com. Brothers Market, where they treat you like family. And we always give out the Kevin Gallagher American Family Insurance Player of the Game every single game. We're going to do that again right here. Kevin Gallagher with American Family Insurance, been serving Tonganoxie for over 25 years for all your insurance needs, home, life, auto, and more. The Kevin Gallagher Agency is there to serve you every step of the way. And I always leave this to the Kellermans his job, or color commentator.
Oh, man.
To give it out. So who do you feel like for Tonganoxie? Who do you think went out there and played and earned the player of the game honors for us?
It easily, I mean, you could definitely give it to Alyssa Schoenig. 12 points.
Yep.
Although fouled out, a very impressive and very hustling game from her. Kind of just a better preview of what's to come for her the rest of the season. And then I could also, if I'm being honest, if we want an underrated pick, Lakin Bennett, 6 points on the night for her. She hustled her every single time on the court. A nice boxing out there. Nice way to just play fundamental basketball and just get it done. Although they couldn't get it done, lost by 10. Very impressive game from a Frontier League opponent.
Yep. And like I said at the start, it's always going to be a close game between Tonganoxie and Eudora. This has just been a little bit of a rivalry, but not so rivalry kind of thing. Both teams really bring the best out of each other. And I was kind of going in that same direction with you. Obviously, we can give it to Alyssa Schoenig. It's just about every single night. We can give it to a handful of players every given night. But Lakin Bennett, I mean, really 6 points on the night, so she didn't really light up the stat sheet as far as points and stuff, but a lot of things that you won't see on the stat sheet, the effort down low, and she had her hands full all night long with Lainey Orr and Kinsey Yoder, really kept them in check for the vast majority of this contest. Did a great job of crashing the boards, getting a body on somebody, clearing them out of the lane, giving opportunities for Tongi to come up with defensive rebounds, and also on the offensive end as well, and had to make a couple of big threes when the team really needed it. So I'm going to give it to Lakin Bennett. It sounds like you will give it to Lakin Bennett as well. So that is going to do it. Again, that is the Kevin Gallagher American Family Insurance player of the game. And we're now going to wrap up the Brothers Market post-game show. We're going to step aside here. They got the clock on, so the boys varsity game will start in about 12 and a half minutes from now. So we're going to step aside for a moment. We're going to regroup, and we will come back. We'll get right back into the S&S Body pregame show as we get ready for the boys varsity matchup between the Eudora Cardinals and the Tonganoxie Chieftains right here on Tongi Sports Live.
Midwest Chiropractic Center is a friendly and caring clinic providing comprehensive care for your chiropractic, rehabilitative, and fitness needs. Upon entering one of our offices, you are treated like family. The staff cares about your health, and their approach to care proves it. With 3 locations in Tonganoxie, Lansing, and Bonner Springs, plus some Saturday hours, Midwest Chiropractic Center is dedicated to offering affordable, gentle chiropractic care. Midwest Chiropractic Center, getting you back to active. The same look and location of a classic drugstore with the services and supplies of a modern pharmacy. That's what you'll find at the Downtown Drug Store in Tonganoxie. Of course, Downtown Drug is the local choice for your prescriptions and health needs, but did you know they have the best selection of Tonganoxie Pride and Chieftain game day gear in town? And a whole lot more. Cards, gifts, home decor, and even the best way to satisfy that sweet tooth. The Downtown Drug Store. Call 913-369-3800 or visit them online at thedowntowndrugstore.com. The Tonganoxie Recreation Commission is committed to creating community through parks, people, and programs. And now, with their all-new activity center, the Tonganoxie Rec Commission can do even more. Tongi Rec understands the benefits reaped through recreation are endless. Tongi Rec has a long list of classes, activities, and programs for the young and young at heart. For program pricing and schedules, call 913-845-3502. Visit them at the all-new activity center at the Tonganoxie High West campus or go to tongirec.org.
Whether you're an athlete looking to get back for another big win or you're just trying to win at life, Dr. Adam Ludwin at Win Chiropractic and Sports Therapy can get you back in the game. Dr. Adam has the tools and skills to have you feeling your best in no time with chiropractic adjustment, physical therapy, cupping, taping, muscle scraping, on-site x-ray, and more. Lose the pain and win the day at Win Chiropractic and Sports Therapy, now open in Tonganoxie. Book online at winchiropracticst.com or call 913-214-1020.
I didn't know what a derecho was. Didn't know that kind of storm existed. I didn't worry a bit about my coverage. It did not let me down. I was not caught blindsided. The secret is to have an agent that gets you insured for your needs. If you don't have Farm Bureau, you don't have good insurance.
Contact Farm Bureau agents Tex Vandervoort and Jerry Sanders in Tonganoxie today.
Hey folks, save $1,000 on your interior painting project this winter. Hire Absolute Painting during November through February and qualify for 10% off your project, a free paint upgrade, and a free color consultation to make sure you choose the perfect colors to transform your home. This amazing offer only lasts until our winter calendar is booked and spots are filling up fast. Call now and save $1,000 on your interior project. No money down, affordable monthly payment options are available. This offer won't last long, so call now to save $1,000 on your interior project with Absolute Painting, where quality is absolute.
Everybody, welcome back in to Tonganoxie Sports Live. Game 2 of our doubleheader between the Chieftains and the Cardinals coming up in about 5.5 minutes here. Of course, this presentation of Chieftain Athletics is presented by Kansas Insurance. To see how they can help you protect what matters most, call 913-369-6600. And we go back into the S&S Body pregame show. Get your ride back in the game and learn more at 913-369-3193. Dylan Funk alongside Brendan Bolin on color. Dennis Drennan on camera tonight. Game 1 not going the way of the Chieftains. They fall 37-27. It was a back-and-forth contest. Cardinals able to pull away later in the fourth quarter, though, but it was a great effort for the Lady Chieftains. Now we're looking for more of the same tonight from the boys varsity squad. Still looking for their first win of the year, and they're going to have another tough task in front of them. They had Wamego last Friday, where it was an offense that was slow starting coming out of the gates. They got going in the third quarter. By that time, it was just a little bit too late, but they cannot afford to do that again tonight against a high-powered Cardinal offense, and it starts, as always, with their senior, Logan Sullivan.
Absolutely. And Coach Jones talked to me about it earlier today when I saw him. He said they worked on a lot of defending, more team-based defending, butts to the baseline to see the floor, but they like their chances if they shut down Sullivan like Paola did Tuesday, like they saw in film, that leaves them a good chance to kind of give them more of an opportunity to just work around and hopefully just hope their offense can find something to fall here. They like their chances guarding Sullivan. He mentioned they're going to try and run a box-and-one formation here on defense, so it's hopefully going to see and check out how that's going to work for them.
Yeah, this has really been the big kind of problem for this boys varsity team so far this year. It's just been the slow start on offense. I would really like to see them come out, get going early, and keep that momentum going with them often in this contest, because we know Eudora's going to come in. They're going to put up points. They're going to get theirs tonight. We talk about Logan Sullivan, Errol Seaman as well. He's going to be a presence down low and outside as well, along many others. This is a Cardinal team that lost 6 seniors that started for them last year. They went all the way to the state tournament, placed 4th. Back-to-back appearances this year, looking for 3 straight appearances at the state tournament in Salina. And yet, I feel like this team, they just seem to be getting better and better as the year goes on. So it's going to be another good test tonight for Tonganoxie to see that offense come out, get going. And I think a lot of it's really going to start. I like to see, and we're kind of drifting into our keys to the game section here, brought to you by First Security Bank and Tonganoxie, proud supporters of Chieftain Athletics. And one of the keys for me, Brendan, I really like to see, I'm going to focus on Zakiah Glover. I don't do this too often, focusing in on one player, but I saw something in Wamego. I don't know if you've had a chance to watch that game they had at Wamego. There were a lot of times I felt like where Zakiah would make aggressive drives to the lane, and then he would always he would never really finish. He would try to kick it out at the last second. I felt like there were times where the Wamego defense almost kind of knew, like, hey, this guy's going to drive, and then he's immediately going to kick it out. So they would kind of not even crash in. They would just wait for it to pass it out, deflect it, and get the turnovers and go back the other way. I think I would see a little bit more of an aggressive play style from Zakiah Glover, and among many others, too, to try to drive in on this Eudora team and try to finish at the rack. We've been saying the same thing about the Lady Chieftain squad, that when you make those kind of drives, we saw the success they had on it tonight. Maybe you go to the rack, maybe you get fouled, you go to the free throw line, maybe you make it. Who knows? But I like to see them be a little bit more aggressive on that standpoint. They took way too many low percentage shots from long range against Wamego. It did not work for them. I think I would like to see a little bit more aggressive play style, trying to get those close to medium range shots tonight for the Chieftains.
Absolutely, and Coach Jones talked to me about this too, and I asked him, how are you going to limit the turnovers? He said, we force a lot of the hero passes, and we don't fill in afterwards on the drive and forcing 3 people. And he said, we've got to just keep the ball moving, keep moving it from side to side, and just make sure we maintain a steady offense. And I asked him, is clock management going to be a big key for you? And I mentioned early in the girls' game that running the clock down, limiting the amount of time Eudora has to create an offense here. I asked him, is that something he's going to consider? And he said, absolutely. The less amount of time we can give to Eudora to find something here and just limit Logan Sullivan to shoot the ball here, he said, I think we have a good chance if we do those 2 keys. I also talked to Zakiah earlier today. I'm like, there's been a lot of criticism going around you. He said, and I asked him, have you been working on this in practice? Is this something you wanted to step up? He said 100%. He said, I feel like I need to be more confident with myself, and I feel like I'm ready to see. I know Zakiah, he's capable of doing it.
For sure.
I know he's going to do it tonight.
He's definitely one of those guys. He loves to rise to the occasion and take on the challenge head on. He doesn't shy away from it. That's why I'm expecting a big game out of number 2 tonight for Tonganoxie, as we're just now waiting for our starting lineups. We're going to, I believe, have the playing of the national anthem as well here before we get this thing started. The Cardinals looking for the sweep tonight. Again, the girls varsity team coming up victorious 37-27. Game 2 starting right now.
We welcome you and our guests from Eudora High School, Kansas State High School Activities Association, and Tonganoxie High School encourage you to make good sportsmanship a priority at all times. Winning is for a day, sportsmanship is for a lifetime. At this time, students from both schools will read the Frontier League Sportsmanship Statement. We invite you to remain seated at halftime of tonight's game for performance from our Chieftain Stars dance team. At this time, we ask that you please stand, remove your hats, and help us honor America and those who serve it in the playing of our national anthem. And now let's meet tonight's starting lineups. For Eudora, number 5, a 6-foot junior, Errol Simon. For Tonganoxie, number 2, a 5'7" senior, Zakiah Glover. For Eudora, number 11, a 6-foot junior, Kate Stedry. For Tonganoxie, number 11, a 6-foot senior, Alex Crowley. For Eudora, number 12, a 6-foot junior, Nick Youngkin. For Tonganoxie, number 13, 6'1" junior, Noah Carlton. For Eudora, number 13, a 6'1" junior, Connor Watson. For Tonganoxie, number 23, a 5'10" sophomore, Lachlan McRae. For Eudora, number 24, a 6'3" senior, Logan Sullivan. And for Tonganoxie, number 24, a 6-foot junior, Colin Schmidt. Coaches for this evening's game, for Eudora, Cal Saturday. For Tonganoxie, Phil Jones. Officials for this evening's game are Mike Williams, Dorian Williams, and John Randall.
All right, so we're currently trying to get the picture back on the screen. At least to our knowledge, everyone could still hear us. So we're still going to move on, at least with the commentary. Trying to get that going over here on Tonganoxie Sports Live. And you heard those starting 5 tag, and those starting lineups were brought to you by Team Tongi. I'll go ahead. I'm going to turn it over to Brendan Bowen. Lead us in with the play-by-play. I'm going to try to do some technical work here.
We are underway here from the Chieftain Arena as Tonganoxie wins the tip-off. And both your starters for tonight's game for Tonganoxie, number 2, Zakiah Glover, number 11, Alex Crowley, 13, Noah Carlton, 23, McRae, and 24, Owen Schmidt. And for the Eudora Cardinals, Earl Seaman, Caden Stedry, Nick Youngkin, Connor Watson, and Logan Sullivan. Left side. You need me to unplug the we can try it. Had a solid season off the bench all season for this Chieftains team. Best game notably against the Lewisburg Wildcats, as he scored 8 points. It's Curley up the floor right side. 3:37 to go here in this first quarter. Crowley, a nice feed down inside to Carlton, loses control of it, and it'll be Sullivan to come away with the steal. Watson, left side, 3. Rattles around a little bit. It'll be rebounded by Arnold down low. Gets it to Watson, and that's going to be poked away by Crowley. And here come the Chieftains the other way. Crowley slowing down the tempo here. Crowley into some pressure here. Gets it back to Glover to kind of reset here. Nick Youngkin and Caden Stedry to check back in for Eudora here momentarily. A nice feed down low from Glover. Crowley, his shot wide off the mark. It'll be rebounded by Micaiah Jerome. And Watson, a nice drive down low to put the Cardinals down 1.
Thanks for stepping in, Brendan. Appreciate it. Apologize about the delay again, folks. I guess we need to check the Ethernet ports up here now. But we resume action here. Game 2 of our doubleheader between the Chieftains and the Cardinals. I'm Dylan Funk. You've been listening to Brendan Bolin stepping in for me in a moment. Dennis Drennan on camera. 7-6 early advantage for the Chieftains in this one.
Gets my vocals a nice little warm-up for tomorrow.
Absolutely. There you go. And also the voice of the Panthers as well over on Paola Sports Live. Brendan Bull it is. Be sure to listen to some of the action, the great work he does over there at Paolo Sports Live, and as well as what he does here for us at Tonganoxie Sports Live. We'd love to have him whenever we can get him. 3-point on the way and good for Jerome. And anytime.
Nice open look there from the Cardinals. Micaiah Jerome, just right time, just trying to get this Cardinals offense back in session here. Chieftains been such a nice challenge here so far for this Cardinals team. Defensively, and Chieftains kind of slowed down just a tad bit here offensively, but they're doing the small things right, and you have to love to see it. And Jones has to be happy with this team.
Crowley's three doesn't fall. Eventually pulled in by Sullivan. Gives it up and around to Jerome. Stops out to Sullivan for three, and he knocks it down.
And that was one of the big issues on Tuesday for Sullivan. His threes weren't falling. You could tell he was frustrated, and just finding those simple twos inside really worked for him on Tuesday, but now he's got the three ball rolling here, and you can tell whenever he's shooting well, he can shoot.
McRae's answer just wide right. Errol Seaman hit the deck there for the moment, but he's back up. Sullivan drive in on Crowley, splits the defender, short on the iron, brought in by Lachlan.
Nice board there by Lachlan McRae, an absolute stud athlete already in his second year here at the high school. A very talented soccer player in his own right alongside the basketball, where the biggest thing that coaches love about him is how coachable he is and how much hustle and grit he shows. And that's something he's shown here the past 2 years at the high school level, where he started varsity every single time he steps out onto a team.
And we talked about the freshmen on the girls team, and specifically Alyssa Shawnick and Emerson Maslick. Lachlan McRae was also that for Coach Jones last season. And he's had a lot of growth and maturity just from the freshman to his sophomore year. I remember first seeing him in the press box when he was your spotter during football when you do PA, and I saw him for the first time at the home opener. I was like, that's Lachlan now? Are you kidding me? Like, the kid's, he's grown up. He looks like a senior out there now, but he's only a sophomore. Like you said, a tremendous athlete. He's going to be a big part of this varsity basketball team moving forward the rest of his playing career here at Tonganoxie High. Chieftains down by 3, now under 20 seconds left in the first quarter. They've been hanging tough with the Cardinals so far.
Youngkin's been such a pest so far. And so Eudora is very known for just being pests defensively. He almost hit the deck there.
Crowley's got to let it fly, just short. And won't go. Off the backboard, at least for Youngkin. But the Cardinals have the advantage after one quarter, 12-9 over the Chieftains. And we'll be back with more action live here from Chieftain Arena after this on Tonganoxie Sports Live.
Transform the look and feel of your home with the perfect flooring from Midwest Carpet Center in downtown Tonganoxie. Discover a world of exquisite carpets, stunning hardwoods, and luxurious vinyl. With over 20 years of trusted service, they are your local flooring experts. And they're so much more than just carpet. Shop a variety of styles from quality brands like Shaw, Anderson Tuftex, Hortec, and so much more. From cozy living rooms to elegant bedrooms, sleek kitchens to stunning baths, you'll find it all at Midwest Carpet Center. Explore online at MidwestCarpetCenter.com.
Are you ready for a mouth-watering journey down memory lane? Introducing Flashbacks. Start your day off right with our fluffy pancakes, omelets, or a cinnamon roll. For lunch, sink your teeth into our juicy made-to-order burgers, Philly cheese, and more. Flashbacks' friendly staff and welcoming atmosphere make every visit a delight, and their menu is filled with comfort food that will give you those warm, delicious flashbacks. Visit them today in downtown Tonganoxie, open 7 days a week from 7 a.m. to 12:30 p.m.
Quarter number 2 ready to start here on Tonganoxie Sports Live. Dylan Funk alongside Brendan Bolin, Dennis Drennan on camera. 12-9 advantage for the Cardinals early in this one.
I got a text from my buddy Zach Fisher. He's like, I forgot McRae plays golf too. But yes, McRae also a varsity golfer as well in his own right.
Just added to the list, 3-sport athlete.
Quick shout out to Zach Fisher, my co-host of the first ever podcast here in Tonganoxie, T-Town Talk. You can listen to it on Spotify. Episodes every Friday at 7 a.m. Central. T-Town Talk, your only source for Tonganoxie High School sports.
Listen to it on Spotify for podcasters. And is it on any other platforms or just Spotify?
Spotify for right now. We're trying to get it working.
There you go. First couple of episodes have already been released. Third one going to be after the holiday break. Is that what we?
Third one dropped today. Is a short little 10-minute episode. It was a little. It's actually a finals project I had to do for a class that turned into a podcast, but I got an A on it, so I mean I'm not complaining.
So everybody go out and support our guy Brendan. Listen to the T-Town Talk podcast as we have an and one underneath Caden Stedry.
It's about to add on to the pun. That's an and one. Take it for an and one opportunity from Caden Stedry there, who, like our colleague Reed McAvoy mentioned on Varsity Sports Live, or Eudora Sports Live, I should say, stepped up really big on Tuesday for Eudora. Whenever Logan Sullivan wasn't having a good game, he stepped up really big, and he's been a key contributor for this Cardinals team.
This is Jason Byrne bringing it across for Tongi. Finds Owen Schmidt tight on defense. Connor Watson. It would appear Anthony Rowe is also into the game, trying to give some Chieftains some size down low. We're going to have an offensive foul here, giving the ball right back to Eudora as their lead is now ballooned up to 8 points.
I'll be Lachlan McCray checking out here. Cedric shooting 50% from the field in just the 3 games played so far in the season for the Cardinals. So an impressive young junior there. Some nice size and some nice talent to really pick up the slack whenever some parts aren't working.
Rare miscue there from Logan Sullivan. Was trying to go to work on driving the baseline, had it off his sneaker. It was loose for a few moments, and last touch by the Cards. Now the Chieftains trying to go on the attack here. Don't want to fall behind like we had mentioned too early, that they had seen themselves down by 10 plus. At this point in the second quarter, they go into halftime down by 10, and then later in games, even when they get the offense clicking, it's just too little too late, trying to buck the trend here tonight.
It all starts with taking care of the ball, and that's something Coach Jones mentioned to me earlier. He said the turnovers have been piling up so far, close to about averaging 20 turnovers a game as a team. And that's kind of one of the keys he mentioned to me. We have to play well, take care of the ball, and defend well. Those are the 3 keys that Coach Jones kind of mentioned to me when I was talking to him this afternoon.
Yep, and very well said. He's averaging 20 turnovers a game. That is, you're close to at least. That is mind-boggling. Got to take better care of the basketball for sure. Crowley fresh back into the game, has it up top, guarded by Seaman, gives a near side to Zakiah Glover. Again, pesky defense from Yunkin. Crowley lets it fly, deep 3 again, won't go, tipped out by Yunkin, controlled by Seaman. Now quickly it finds its way, Caden Stedry attacks on the left side and finishes. And we'll have a timeout taken by Tonganoxie. Coaching staff loving what they're seeing from Eudora. Not so much the same for Tonganoxie. Cardinals with the lead, 19-9 over the Chieftains. We'll be back after this break on Tongi Sports Live.
For more than 15 years, Lynch Real Estate has been a leader in the KC Metro.
Hi, I'm Dan Lynch with Lynch Real Estate, inviting you to come let us prove to you why Lynch Real Estate is a name you can always trust.
Dan and his team have built a reputation for unparalleled customer service and satisfaction by building lasting relationships. Learn more about Lynch Real Estate at lynchresidential.com or give them a call at 913-369-3000.
Whether you're a first-time buyer or a high-end seller, I'm here to make it happen.
So the timeout taken by Coach Jones, trying to get his team to regroup. They came out in the first quarter out of the gates pretty hot. We're taking it to the Cardinals. Now all of a sudden find themselves down 10. What adjustments do you think Coach Jones is trying to advocate for in that huddle?
What he's been saying all season long is what he told me. Just try not to play so much hero ball. Just find the simpler aspects of the game that you can have. And Glover, like you mentioned, taking it up strong. That's exactly what he needs to do, and I love to see it, like I mentioned so far. But also kind of getting back to my point here, just don't play hero ball. Just kind of find the easier, simpler things to find.
Another drive to defenders. Caden Stedry, 8 points on the night for him. He's really starting to heat up out there. That drive from Sakai Glover, that's exactly what I wanted to see more of from him. Showing the confidence in himself, having the confidence in himself. Going through 3 defenders he did that time. This pass trying to get it to Alex Crowley, but it's off. And ricocheted. Caden Stedry this time is fouled. He'll go to the line for a pair.
And Noah there trying to find Alex Crowley inside. I don't think Crowley was expecting that pass down low, hence the turnover. And Stedry just doing what he's done. Just take it up and get the foul and draw it in. He's got 2 shots.
As Crowley said, definitely was not turning around into the basketball. A chance to build on this double-digit lead. Caden Stedry to the line as he knocks down his first attempt. Lachlan McRae and Elwood Schmidt will come back in, bringing out Jason Byrne and Cater Albert. And Youngkin will come out for Eudora, and then for him is going to be Christian Jarrett. At least I'm assuming. I see 2 number 20s. I'm going to assume it's the 5'10 junior checking in, Christian Jarrett.
Yes, yes.
Okay.
Although Eudora did a good job of balancing the amount of upperclassmen and underclassmen, I don't think Eudora's boys team is wanting to take a risk like that.
Loose ball on the court. Jump ball. It should stay down here with the Chieftains, and it will.
Nice job there, just getting on the floor and trying to recover that ball quickly. It's exactly the hustle the Chieftains need to show all game long here.
You need to try to limit as many of the empty possessions as you possibly can. Now down by 12 in this contest.
Right idea there by Glover. You're kind of nearing the 5-second mark to force another turnover here. Just try and find it long and get it to Crowley to reset this offense here.
McRae up top to Carlton, swings it around to Crowley on the far side, guarded by Logan Sullivan. Senior on senior action there. Hands off to McRae. Now he fends off Sullivan. Back to Crowley. Dropping down to a knee. Still able to keep a handle of that ball, though. A lot easier said than done. Fast defense here for the Cards as it's deflected out of bounds.
It has to be a little frustrating there, kind of just slipping on this court, and then, but a nice job there by Crowley to maintain his dribble and stay with it. Just kind of a rough patch and frustration moment there, just trying to just get it off the arm of a Cardinal to keep possession here. Logan. I know this Eudora defense has been frustrating all game long.
Big look there for McRae. Leaves it a little short. Crowley with the rebound. Second chance, though. Third chance. Another rebound for Carlton. Now it's almost imperative. Chieftains really need to come away with some points. Sakai Glover, good drive in. He'll have a chance to earn them at the line. So already, like what I'm seeing here for Sakai Glover and the aggressiveness of taking it to the lane.
And just not trying to do too much, trying to kick it out. He's doing a really nice job of just taking the opportunity when he has it in the paint and just driving up and through with it. I really like the bounce back game I'm seeing here from Sakai Glover.
For sure. Yeah, like we mentioned during the SNS Body pregame show, he's not a guy that shies away from the challenge. He will take it head on and attack with everything he's got. Another rebound pulled in Noah Carlton. That's going to keep this possession alive off the second miss from Sakai Glover. Trying to get it back to under double digits. Third time the charm. Not quite. Rebound underneath. Sakai Glover fending off the Eudora defenders and eventually puts it in the chest of Jarrett. Tough position there for Sakai.
And something I forgot to mention that Coach Jones pointed out to me is just the positioning on the rebounds and just inside. I feel like the Chieftains have done a much better job, and you've seen the last 2 possessions there from the Chieftains just being at the right place at the right time with those rebounds, just getting them and facilitating them, although unlucky possessions that they've had here on offense. They're doing a nice job getting on the boards there.
So now the starting 5 back out there for Eudora after Stedry, Youngkin, and Sullivan check back in as we approach 3 minutes left to go in the second quarter. And Caden Stedry, his fingerprints all over this game early. It's now 12 points for him in this first half. We still have 3 minutes left to play in the second.
Down 13, you got 3 minutes left. You're going to have to try and just find simple baskets here. Taking threes, I wouldn't mind it there, but you just got to find something simpler to kind of just put yourself within good momentum and back in this game.
Owen Schmidt up ahead, contested by Logan Sullivan. He will go to the line now.
So I'm peering in the doorway on the left side. You got Santa Claus here, and then kind of in the student section, we got the Grinch here too. So
that's a good mix. It's the final home game before the holiday break here inside Chieftain Arena. The student section always shows up. Looks like it's pajama night theme as well. Their holiday pajamas. Everyone always getting into the festive spirit this time of year at Tongi High.
Isn't there a game Tuesday?
There is. It is on the road at Baldwin.
Yeah, okay.
Yep, and for that one, kind of like we're having a simulcast tonight with Eudora Sports Live, it'll be a simulcast between Tonganoxie and Baldwin Sports Live. Next time the Chieftains play, I believe, coming up on Tuesday. And then that's going to do it for the holiday break, and then we return back in action. I believe if you're back at home, it's on January 4th or January 5th, as I believe. Not too long after that, though, we're going to be having our coverage of the week-long Tonganoxie Invitational Basketball Tournament, as we've been doing ever since 2020, since we got up and running here at Tonganoxie Sports Live. And it was so memorable last year because that was the grand opening of Chieftain Arena here during the opening night of the Tongi Invitational Basketball Tournament. Look forward to covering that tournament yet again. It should be another great field on both the boys and girls varsity brackets.
100%, and a new competitor on the girls' side as well. So be a fun tournament for sure on both ends. I know, Funk, you looked at me a little bit there like, oh, we got a new challenger approaching here. It'll be the 4A St. James.
The Thunder coming in.
The Thunder, yes.
Yeah.
I was thinking of the mascot there for a second there. St. James will be coming into this tournament, and most of the teams will stay the same.
You know, I always think in that tournament on the girls' side, I always think of the Wamego Lady Red Raiders. They always have a great run. Stedry again on the breakaway, can't get it to finish.
He is very close there, and you see him just hustle back. Some nice hustle there from Stedry.
Again, just trapping Glover in the corner. Sullivan getting a piece of it, but he'll stay at this end. 1:21 left to go before we hit the locker rooms for halftime. A 12-point lead for Eudora. Arnold, number 21, will check back in. Caden Stedry will check out for the time being. And he has been a workhorse, leading the Cardinals in scoring tonight with 12 points.
Glover there, just lucky to be able to have the Chieftains stay with possession here. Just a bit too much forcing of the pass there as he was double teamed there. So just got to settle down. You have a minute 10 left to try and facilitate some offense here. Just get some good defensive stops. And hopefully you don't find yourselves down double digits at halftime.
McRae backing down, going through contact, and count the bucket.
And this is what I love so much about Lachlan McRae, the amount of energy and hustle he shows. Even though he may be listed at only 5'10", he plays like he's 6'7". I mean, the kid plays bigger than he seems.
And the player again's taken a little bit of a growth spurt over the summers. Till he's been in the weight room putting on some muscle.
I make sure to challenge him in weights class.
There we go. Always good to have the competition in there. Bring the best out of each other.
By the way, to just check the schedule now, it'll be January 5th. I believe it's home against Ottawa.
That sounds correct.
And then following that, January 8th will be at home against Pleasant Ridge.
Yep.
And Coach Bradley accidentally presses the button there to turn on music there. Kind of a preview for our Chieftain Stars dance team.
Stopping play for the time being. Coach Jones bent over, busting the gut laughing. That's great.
It happens to the best of us.
Yes, it does. Chieftains got it down to 8. Sakai Glover coming away with the steal. And got twisted around. He was trying to do everything he could. He knew his feet were close to that baseline on the far side. Unfortunately, he did step on it, I believe. Now, actually, jump ball is going to be called. None, either way. Be coming with Eudora. They have possession of it.
Where's the little towel scrubbers when you need them? Just go out there and wipe down the dead spot on the court there.
I just have a couple of them right under the stanchions. Anytime that happens, they just get out there, wipe them up.
I know there's a few Frontier League schools that do it. I know Baldwin's one of them.
Another loose ball. This time Owen Schmidt takes it away from Sullivan. He gives to Crowley on the right side. Great finish, and the basket will count.
Nice hustle play by Alex Crowley and Owen Schmidt. You got to love the find and the vision there from the junior. Just quickly notices Crowley's coming down. There's a bit of space there. Feeds it right to him, and he goes up with the layup. A nice job there from Schmidt to Crowley, and Crowley taking the tough contact to get that and-one opportunity at the line.
Clock stopped, 19.9 seconds left in the second quarter. If Crowley can bury this, that'll put the Chieftains within 5. Like we said, it was so crucial for them to not only just get this under single digits, but if you're talking about they're just a little beyond a one-possession game, that's huge. Big defensive stand here upcoming for the Chieftains. In the hands of Sullivan. We know he can knock him down. He's going to give to Watson, guarded by McRae. Just from inside the elbow, waved off in a travel. The clock is stopped with 0.2 of a second. I believe is that not going to try for a catch and shoot.
I was hoping McRae would. I know he's got the arm talent for it with those long soccer throw-ins.
So they will let it go to halftime. And the music comes back on. And we're going to step aside here. 25-20, Eudora in front of the Chieftains. And we'll be back with the White Birch Property Realty Executives halftime show here on Tongi Sports Live.
A great collision on the field? Awesome. And
shop local